Hey there. Welcome to your daily dose of elephant wisdom for Sunday, February 20, 2022. We're going to do a quick look around the markets, cover some coins we've talked about this week. Of course, we've had a pretty big drop in our Bitcoin price overnight here in the States anyway, down about 4 to 5% on the day. We're on the hourly right here. Yesterday, we noticed how we drew this quick line of support because it was forming a base here for a few hours, and you see it broke that. And we talked about here a day or two ago that once it broke that, 38,000 was pretty much in the cards, I felt. Now we're going to see what happens because we are getting to some local RSI bottoms here. As well as some OBV levels that are interesting to look at. And what I mean by that is if you're new to looking at charts, or if you haven't in a while, one of the big things of charts is we're looking for things to repeat as they've happened before. And of course that doesn't always happen, but it does happen quite a bit. So when we see the RSI dip, let's say we're only on the hourly here, but we're around 17-ish is our low. Then what we like to do is we like to look back and say, when are other times it's been around that area? So you can see right around there it was. And price-wise, we didn't really didn't get much of a push, right? We up about $500-600, but we saw the good push here, but nothing really substantial. And if we go back a little farther, and again, we're thinking, when has it been this low before? And again, this is the hourly, so it takes some time. And I actually haven't done this. I was just going to do it with you guys. And you can see it's been a while. That's 22. And you can see it doesn't always correlate to price, right? So shrink this up a little bit. So you can see we bottomed here and we popped up, and the price did respond in kind a little bit. But then that drop really took us back down to our channel here. And even with that rise, we're seeing, some choppiness there, of course. So green here doesn't always mean green here. Of course, it does have a pretty direct relationship, but we're looking again here. We're seeing that bottom 31-ish. So, we haven't seen a lot at this level here. Again, the last time we saw it, it did signify a little bit of a bottom for us. So that's what we're kind of looking at here. But again, we saw 17 here, right? And then it dropped even farther. So, everything has to be taken with multiple grains of salt, of course, but we are looking at historic levels that are fairly low. So those always present buying opportunities. If you still have money in the market, or if you're looking to DCAN, those aren't bad times. Let's take a quick look at the total. And you can see this is falling off our map here, right? Unfortunately, I have to shrink this, and we are on the hourly again. Let's go back to the day just to check it out. And we talked before how it was filming this sort of bull pennant. And it's still, well, I don't know if you can call that hanging on or not. I think if we keep this, obviously we're okay, but yeah, worrisome, right? All the indicators are above, not really clinging to much here. You can see we got a lot of space down to sort of our next level of history, maybe 1.4 trillion. So not looking great. We've talked about ETH here recently. And again, we're looking at some of these levels here. We did break out of our little wedge here. And you can see we're still well below indicators. Not much volume. So yeah, not looking bleak, but it is the weekend. ADA we've talked a lot about recently, and we can see, unfortunately, again, I have to zoom in. And we talked about once it lost this $2 level, we're probably going to see the 92 to 94 cent. And that's exactly where we are right now. Now we're hoping this holds, because if not, we're going to free fall back into the 70s most likely, where we have some weekly support that we talked about before. But let's take a quick look at that. And you can see our white line here on the weekly. That is a pretty powerful line. We're also lined up against an old fib number. So that's in the mid 70s right now. That'll change as it goes down. But that's kind of the big picture right now. Let's go back to our daily on ADA. Nothing really positive going on here. Let's look at TEL coin. That's really had a drop, but it's really had a drop. And we'll take a big picture look first. Slide that out of the way. And you can see it's back in our channel here. That was formed, I believe, in March. Yeah. And it held for a couple of months. And that's where we are now. Now we are experiencing the bottom of our channel. And again, the bottom that we've experienced is kind of this number, the 0.00522. So that could definitely be tested back down there. Obviously, if Bitcoin and Ethereum go down to where I think they're going to go down to. So again, Bitcoin, dominance here. But again, Bitcoin, I'm probably looking for it to check out back down to 37 here. I think we can say that without too much panic. And that'll be an important level to hold. If it can hold that 37.2 or so, right around that 37 area, that will be important. If not, we're probably dipping back down into this blue channel here. And that's where our lows of around 30 come in. And you can hear people, they're calling for 28 to 30, and then they're calling for 20 to 21. But first things first, we got to see if this holds. Again, I am expecting it to test 37, and I'm really hoping that holds. I'm hoping we get some support. We'll probably bottom out there, and hopefully live to fight another day here. And the big thing here with this channel, and this is the difference I want you guys to look at real quick, is when we were here in March, right, we had all our indicators below us, and they were pushing us up, right? And it was kind of like a buoyant. So we're floating on top of these. Now we're in that channel again, but we see those same indicators. Now they're kind of suffocating us. They're really pressing down on us. And we need something big in order to break through. So, people do say, okay, hey, this is the same as that. So aren't we going to see this same action? Probably not, at least not really quickly, simply because of this. You look at these three indicators, our elephant trinity here, we're pushing up. Same red trinity indicators here, we are pushing down hard. So not the same. Okay. So that's just one reason. We'll take a quick look at, we've talked about our 4 coins that we're actually holding in there pretty good. Let's see how they're doing. Near Protocol has lost all support. It was sort of dangling when we talked about it yesterday, I believe, right on our white baseline. But now we're down, so we're definitely probably expecting another touch into the upper 8s, mid 8s here. If the other markets go as we think they may go. Matic, a favorite. Yeah, we lost everything a couple of days ago. Now we have some diagonal support coming up from about a year ago, and that you can see that's down in the 130s. So again, that's a level we're looking at if Bitcoin does drop to 37 or lower. We're looking for that to go probably there. Shiba we talked about. that was actually holding in pretty good until today. So you can see that has lost our all sorts of support. We have a little baby support down here, about 20% away. So again, that would be the target if everything else goes where we think it will go. Sandbox, we just lost it today. That's been holding on and holding on. We're still in the right indicator order here, so there's hope. Long as that happens. These aren't looking horrible, the OBB RSI. I mean, they're not looking great, but again, this is probably the best looking thing. Avalanche was also looking decent. Hey, there we go. Avalanche is held up above our white baseline. So currently, that's about the only thing I've been tracking that is there. So we can see that white baseline. It might test back down into 74 or so if the markets go down as well. But that would, again, be, these are buying opportunities again. And I think we looked at Ethereum already. Yep, 2630. So on the daily, we're looking at to revisit kind of our little base of support we made here. So that'll be probably 25-ish, 24 to 25. And then you can see if that drops. And again, we see our indicators just pushing back down on us. We're trying to fight through there, but just haven't done it yet here on the Ethereum chart. But that'll kind of do it for today. That's a quick look at where we're at. So to sum up, we did kind of call that move down to 38. Now we're calling it down to 37. And then we'll see what happens there. There are some signs on multiple time frames that we are getting some RSI readings and some OBV that we're not quite at the bottom, but we're closer than we were, or what we perceive could be the bottom. But we'll see. Again, it's the weekend, so it's kind of tough. We'll see how this week comes. I know the U.S. has planned to release some cryptocurrency guidelines, but who knows? That can be delayed, but that's also weighing on the markets as well as some overall worldwide concerns. But all right. Well, I hope you enjoyed it. Please like and subscribe, share, and touch base with us. Let us know what you think. And if you want us to take a look at any coins, we would be happy to. All right. You guys have a great day. This is Mark signing off.